want to talk about when rivals become idols. We can take something that was seen as an insult or an act of aggression towards your person from an individual and transmute that into a collective response to a situation that proceeds to amplify the collective liberation, right? So what made me think about this was watching UFC, watching the highlights from UFC, I said UFC, from the USA's Olympic game today. And I was watching them against Serbia. Those who are not familiar, the UFC team, we have primary, I would say, like the three best NBA players of our generation on one squad. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. On the Serbia team, you have, one of the up-and-coming young guys from Europe, Jokic, called the Joker. Multiple MVPs. He won a championship the year, not this year, but the year before that. And so it was a good game. And, USA was down. And, it was like Steph Curry, LeBron, and then KD going on the floor. Now, these are all three guys that went toe-to-toe. Steph Curry and LeBron specifically had some of the most amazing back-and-forth finals rivalries of this era. These two. All them three together, they have, I would say, at least 10, 12 championships, right? So, when these guys are, it's probably 11, because KD was on Steph's team when he won two. So, back to the point, to see, there's a picture of, KD and, not KD, but LeBron and Steph in each other's face, like, let's go, like, yeah, like one of them celebrated moments, and it captured that, and it just made me think it. A few years ago, these guys were rivals. They were going head to head. Like, I have a similar T-shirt with both of their pictures looking at each other, and it was the same energy, but a different expression. A different frequency. It was the same type of feel though, like, but it was aimed at, overcoming each other versus like celebrating one another. And just, made me think about the power of when, something that you rival becomes an idol. That something that normally would get you down or make you, want to attack it. You transmute that, and it forces you to rise to a new level within yourself. So it's not necessarily an against thing. It's more of a like, let me use this situation to propel, or let me use this energy to make something great happen. And that's what we witnessed happen. That's what I witnessed happen during the game, right? So in life, I faced a lot of things that normally would, and have the history. I have wins and losses, right? Wins and losses. But, reflecting right now, and even outwardly, not just this situation, but overall, I don't really look at weed the same way I did 7 years ago when I quit. When it was like, you know what I'm saying? Me and weed, you had to go. Like, weed was not producing nothing in my life. It's just a small example. I'm just, speaking out loud. Weed not producing shit. It's actually an escape. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking it like I'm celebrating it, and my life is not, I'm not happy in life. So, me and you, weed, you gotta go. And it was a whole different energy that if you try to pass me the weed, I felt disrespected, and I had that type of relationship with it. And then coming 7 years later, where me and Reed, we reconvened, and now we on the same team. I have my life has improved drastically. So much peace, so much abundance, so much, development and manifestation happening that we've been able to project for and plan for. Weed comes in play to like calm the situation. Calm the situation. Weed comes, at the end of a tough day, not to disconnect, but just to reflect and be present within, being accomplished. It actually helps me relax more. So back to the example, looking at, two rivals, LeBron James, Steph Curry, the Warriors and the Cavaliers. And then now, in the Western Conference, Lakers and the Warriors, having to go through LA, Warriors and the Steph, It's just, and to see them celebrate one another at this stage in their game, where they're both extremely wise, extremely successful, but they still have this fact. They're still doing something. They still love the game. You can see it in their expression, and it just looks like they reached a new plateau. So when you think you got it all, there's always a new level. There's always a new breakthrough. That's the beautiful thing about life. And when you can get to the point to turn your idol, your rival, something you've seen as a rival, to something as an idol, or something that you strive to compete with, man, that's a whole new level of appreciation and manifestation. So just wanted to share those thoughts. This is one of those moments. It'll never happen again. No script, off the rip. This is just the tip. This is just the tip. Don't worry. Just the tip. Don't even worry about it. All right. Hope that.